We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. More than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. I wanted more pay, but what I've got here today is more than I bargained for when I walked through that.
Brothers and sisters, we are here today because we are the people who do the hard work every day.
It's a very interesting fact. No one pays attention to what we do every day until we say we'll stop doing it. No one cares about the clients who need to be changed or fed or their programs changed or the mental health problems of this society, the people who've been left out.
The union worked very diligently to close the gap using the issue we called parity, the difference between state workers' wages and private sector workers' wages. And that in our the longest organized places, we've achieved virtually 90% of parity, and that is that we have achieved standards that are an envy and sometimes not believed throughout the nation. When I go to California and talk to workers and say that people at Oak Hill make $15 or $16 an hour and have health insurance, people look at me like I'm the Mars rover. They just don't believe that that's possible.
3 years ago in Rochester, New York, my daughter started off with $6 an hour. Now, 3 years later, she's just over $7 with no insurance, no pension, and no benefits.
One of the benefits of our union is to bring together people in various aspects of healthcare so that we can coordinate our activities and our efforts to attempt to achieve more than we could separately.
You have a job to do. Well, the management has a job to do too, and it is not always to our favor. So therefore, it is always good to know what your rights are and utilize them to your best interest. In fact, that's why the contract is written up. It's for you to be able to utilize and protect yourself.
And the fact is that people aren't hostile towards the company per se. They're hostile towards the actions of the administrators that would set them back, that would at the same time the company is pocketing money and putting away money and paying a lot of administrators fairly high salaries. That would tell them, the people that do the actual work of the agency, that they're not entitled to any raises or medical insurance or a pension or the other benefits that an administrator would take for granted.
In 1997, my agency, Mark Community Resources, went on strike for 9 days for wages and pension. We were able to win the wage increase, but we lost on the pension. So in 1998, we went on a strike again for 13 days for our pension. Due to our struggle, strength, stubbornness, when the majority of the people went out, we were able to win our pension at 100% paid by the employers. 6 years later, our pension is still with us and is strong.
I work at CIB. I also work as a state employee in DMR. And because of that, I'm protected in the union in both places. Recently, I was terminated because of the budget cuts. I was given a benefit from the workers due to the fact that I was laid off from my state job. That enabled me and my family to keep up the insurances and different things that I had. The struggle was really hard, but thanks to the workers and the people that under 1199, it made it an easier process. I'm back to work. I love what I do, and I'm glad to be back amongst my fellow workers.
We're always looking for new hires because the turnover rate is such that people can't afford to stay with the company for very long and give consistent care to the residents because they have to work 3 and 4 jobs just to make ends meet.
I'm a community case manager working with chronically mentally ill adults in the private nonprofit mental health agency. We want the governor to expand the services for the clients with higher paying quality jobs.
We're out here today because we need to fight for what we believe in. And if we don't stand up for ourselves, there's no way. There's no reason for our partners in the state to be able to own houses and we cannot. There's no reason for them to be able to send their children to private schools and we cannot. And we're doing the same thing. We're all changing diapers, managing behaviors.
It's time that the government puts more money into the private providers so we can serve our individuals better and we can take care of our families.
Make sure that we don't back up, but we go forward in the struggle, maintain our medical benefits, maintain our sick time, maintain the benefits that we accrue to today.
And it's hard for us to take today off, but we need to take a stand and let our voices be heard, so that the government understands that what we do is very, very important. The people that we care for are very important.
Very serious to get politically involved, only because of the fact that right now, with everything going on, people don't realize how important it is. Your legislators make such heavy decisions on where the money goes and where the money is put. And so we need to ensure that that money is there so that our benefits get paid.
And I'd like to be your MC for today, and I'd like to open this Reverend Greg Perry, who is going to lead us in a prayer this morning as we start off our vigil calling upon Governor Jody Rell to step in and solve the crisis within the private sector mental health and mental retardation agencies that serve some of the neediest in our communities.
Brothers and sisters, we're here to sound our collective voices in the cause of social and economic justice.
On shift was certified. I have shared my love of art and nature with my residents, from creative crafts projects to backyard vegetable gardens. And I held my breath and watched as a young...
Because we work every day to give ourselves to our client and the community we serve. And we ask Governor Jody Rell to please step in and support us. We are not just one person, we are a whole community, and we are here for your community, and we need your support. So please listen to our voices, listen to our stories, and come out and support us. We are waiting. Thank you.
Negotiations. During negotiations, we need every voice, everybody in the room at the same time, if at all possible, confronting the boss with the concerns and issues at hand. We need to stand tall together. Everybody needs to come out and let the boss see there's numbers.
We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. More than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families. We bring more than a paycheck to our loved ones and families.
I wanted more pay, but what I've got here today is more than I bargained for when I walked through that door.